best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. Since the onset of COVID and lockdown and all the rest of it, I've been speaking to many of the great and the good of entertainment, and boy, what a huge stack of incredible talent has come out of a small country like Ireland. My next guest is a gentleman who's from Rosscray in County Tipperary, a musician with a country boy's soul, he's described, but with a heart full of rock and roll, old school rock and roll, that is. The kind that goes way back to when the icons like Chuck Berry and Buddy Holly were opening up a whole new world to millions through their music. I'm delighted to say hello to a gentleman I've played on the programme, Donie O. Donie, how are you?
Jerry, how are you? And thanks for the invitation to come into your world, Jerry.
Appreciate it, Donie. A real pleasure. Now, you were inspired. It said you were inspired by the energy and the excitement of the music that moves people and changes the way they feel within the space of just a few bars or beats or words.
Well, the show band era. That's in my estimation, in my career. That was a magic era. That was a magic era, populated by some fantastic characters, some great musicians, and it was just a happy time, and it was just an incredibly, the amount of people that were involved in the business was incredulous. And in my music, I'm trying to recreate that show band, if we can call it that show band sound of brass, and a combination of brass and everything else that goes with it. And it's just my passion. Some guys are into the horses, some guys are into fishing, some guys are into sport. My passion is playing music because I just love the interaction with audience and the meeting of people. And it's a labour of love.
Right, excellent stuff. And it's interesting, actually, every artist that I've spoken to, all say that one of the things that they really miss is actually the meeting of people and the interaction with people.
Yeah, like actually this COVID has been a serious impact on people like me, because since Paddy's weekend, actually, that was when the curtain came down. And that weekend I was meant to be in the Gleneagle in Killarney with Mike Denver and others, courtesy of Billy and Trudy Lawler. But since that, there has been no live performance, and it's incredible for people who are not musicians to understand. I don't know what it must be. It must be like the alcoholic without the drink. But anyway, but that's what it does feel like, and it's sad. It's sad, and we can't wait. We just cannot wait to get back to a live audience again.
Yes, so many have said the exact same thing to me. Now, you took your debut album out in last year. That was in the summer of 2019. Dreaming My Dreams.
Dreaming My Dreams. Yeah. And I've always told my kids, bit of a sentimentalist, really. But if you don't have a dream, you're never going to make a dream come true.
How true it is.
And that's why the title of the album, Dreaming My Dreams. And the composition of that album are all standards, are all classics, instantly recognisable. And I went with the brief to the producer, Peter Maher, I wanted to put songs on that album were sort of, as I would call them, floor fillers. Because everyone sort of, you can gauge an audience when you see them singing the words along, you're making the connection.
Yes, definitely. Now, you some of those singles off that album is the Yellow Ribbon medley, also Pretend and Somewhere My Love.
Yeah. Again, Pretend was Alvin Stardust, and obviously the Yellow Ribbon medley, Tony Orlando and Dawn. And again, obviously that medley has got a lot of airplay on a lot of all the local radio stations, and has done me, probably introduced me to the dance scene and that type of, as I would say, recreating that show band sound all over,
Yes, I'd well believe it. Now, listen, you've been you're back in the studio once again with the renowned producer Peter Maher, and you've already begun work on album number 2. You've actually released a single of that back in August, A Picture of You.
a picture of you, and for those, I know that's instantly recognisable, but for those who don't know, that was Joe Brown from the, I think it was 72 or 62, but around that era. And again, we've put our own slant, our own touch on that, and that has been my most popular single since I reactivated performing in the music business, because I was away for a long time. But that has got the biggest impacts and the biggest number of spins on Irish and UK radio. Yes, a picture of you from Joe Brown.
Yes, indeed. It was 1962, Donie. That was a huge.
Oh yeah, 62. Yeah,
huge success. So you were out of the music for a long time, but when were you actually playing before?
I was playing the usual circuit, and as we started off by saying, or alluding to that show band era, I did all the show band scene as a very young kid. I better say very young kid. And then the scene changed, as you will well know. The scene changed for everybody, but the social dancing scene, or part of the dancing scene, has been reactivated in the last few years. And by complete accident, I was doing a guest spot with Paddy Cole, and Ronnie Duffy, the drummer, he said to me afterwards, he said, "You were enjoying yourself tonight." And I thought nothing of it. And then we did it again, maybe, and he said, "You will really enjoy yourself, you'll have to go back." And then there was somebody that I met at another charity event, and they said I never looked, they hadn't seen me as happy. And then I pondered, and I said, yeah, I was happy, so I got to go back. And I'm delighted I did go back, because it's a great, I won't say distraction, but it's a fantastic pastime, and affording the capacity to meet, engage, and befriend people.
Indeed so. And I'll also perform your beloved songs and put your own twist on them. Well,
I always picked songs that, obviously you have to be careful what you pick, but you don't go out on a limb. And now we've got a sort of a bit of a reputation for a sound, but my next single, which is being launched in early spring, I'm going to change slightly, because I don't want to become pigeonholed and predictable. So, but I'm always looking for material, and there's been some fantastic material written. And it's only the more you get involved in music, when you listen to the words and the simplicity of the wording, etc. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just fantastic. And a picture paints 1,000 words, no different than the words of a song can mean so much for so many people in so many different ways.
Indeed so. And it's you at least you're working. When do you think you'll have your new album out? Will it be later on next year?
Later on next year, yeah. We've one, and the second one is in manufacture, as they say at the moment.
Okay.
But then again, everything has been halted because of this pandemic. I mean, everything is a bit slower, and let's hope. What's my hope? I would hope that we would be back on stage giving live performances sometime in summer, June, July. I hope. I could be wrong, but look at hope springs eternal from the human breast.
Indeed so. And it looks, things are looking pretty good, as regards vaccines and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, it'll be at some stage, next year, probably around then, that things will get going again, because really and truly we all need this gone.
Yeah, let's hope so, and let's hope, but who's to say, Jerry, with respect, that there won't be some, I mean, they're talking about different strains now, but no, let's hope. We're now entering a journey, and there's light at the end of the journey, and that light hopefully will get stronger and stronger.
Indeed so. Have you done any live streams over the period of lockdown, Donie?
No, I haven't. Because, not because for a particular reason, but the lockdown just hasn't afforded me the time. Now, that's a contradiction in terms, but I've spent more time, what what do I do now for my to satisfy myself is you're not performing live, but I have my room and I go in there and probably 2 or 3 hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours, 3 or 4 times a week, and that's my solace, that's my refuge. And I play live. I play live. I'm a live musician, which means that the stream is not with tracks. The stream is primarily with tracks, but I play live, which is a different. It's a different slant, and it affords me different opportunities, and it's more pride in what you do as opposed to just standing up and accompanying a track.
Right. Okay. Yes. I understand that, and I get that. Well, listen, Donie, well done on everything that you've achieved, and wish you all the success in the world with the new single and the album coming out. And listen, hopefully you're back on stage and playing as soon as it's safe to do so. To yourself and your family, I wish you a very, very happy Christmas, or as good as it can be in the circumstances, and a brighter new year. Lovely to speak to you.
Well, Jerry, and thanks for the opportunity of speaking to you and to your listeners. And if anyone who wants to catch up with me, Donie O Music on Facebook or Instagram or on Twitter. And my album is available to purchase through the DonieOmusic.com. And, what can I say to you? I wish you well. I wish you and your listeners well. I wish for you what you wish for yourselves. And I'm one of those guys, I go where the music takes me, and I just look forward to getting back out again with the people that I get great satisfaction from.